Jill, and you know, some of these aren't going to be ha 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 or whatever. This one's kind of a mix. So I don't know the first time it happened, but I was waiting in line and someone said, "Ma'am," and I turned around and I looked and he said, "Ma'am, I don't know when Miss turned into ma'am, but I'll tell you what," it was like a slap in the face. I don't know what year it was that in my life, maybe I was 50, 55, I don't know. You know, getting older is a really weird trip. It's kind of the frog in the water, you know, that metaphor where you have a frog that's in hot water, and as the water gets hotter, the frog doesn't know it because, okay, well, that's kind of how getting older is, I think, is that it's so subtle. We're going along, everything's great, everything's wonderful, you're having a good time, and one day you actually look in the mirror, really look in the mirror, because every time I go to the mirror, you know, for years I'd say, "Oh, you're doing pretty good, you're doing pretty good, you're doing pretty good." Well, the last couple of years, down on down, and that's okay. I had this conversation with my doctor, who I've had for, I don't know, 25 years. And I was in there one day, and that woman knows me intimately, as we might, all of us women might understand. And, you know, I was crying the blues about getting older and how things are sagging, and where they used to be there, parts of my body used to be, they're not there anymore, you know. And she said, she is so excited about getting older, and she's 55, I think. And she said, "I can't really wait to get to be an old woman, because that means that I have gone through a lot in my life. I should be wise, I should look great because I have gray hair and wrinkles, and I've earned every wrinkle." And she had a wonderful, wonderful attitude about it, and it helped me a lot, because, you know, we go through this life and we have so many ups and downs, we have so many pains, we have so many excitements, so many happinesses, and it's a balancing act. For me, it's a balancing act that sometimes I get so down about things in life, just life in general, the world, my personal life, my niece who drives me crazy, you know. But then I get all excited about the stuff that's to come, or the stuff that's happening in the present, or I think about stuff that happened in the past, and some of it makes me sad, some of it makes me so happy because there were so many wonderful events. And I think that that's what getting older is about. It's embracing where you are. It's embracing, and it's a really hard, listen to me, it's hard, because I'm the one that tends to, well, maybe not dwell on the oh so great stuff, and I have to continue to say to myself, you know what, you are so blessed, you have so much wonderful things in your life, and the bad things that's happened, you know, over the years, they're this much, really, when you take the big picture. And there it is again, the balancing act of life. And okay, I look in the mirror and I see wrinkles. Of course, you know how hair challenged I am, and that's like a daily struggle for me. In fact, that's worse than the wrinkles. And I say, you know what, it's all good. You know, we're going to have health issues along. I'm going to have health issues, and I've had them. In fact, I have, you know, stories about my health that I don't know whether I'm ready to share or not. But it's kind of one of my life's journey. And, you know, so I said to myself that this is going to be a time where I reflect, as I'd said in one of my previous videos, and really embrace where I'm at, what I can do in the future to make things great. Is it health? Is it travel? Is it exercise? Is it writing a book? Is it finding a hobby that I love? Those are the things that are going to enrich my life, whether I was married or not. And I think that's, again, one of those things that I'm on this quest, and maybe you feel the same way, not knowing what your relationship status is. But I think finding our own, being, even though you have people around you who you love, the point of us getting older and really getting sage, getting wise. You know, I love when someone younger than me actually listens to me. You know, it's like, it's great, you know. And even the guy who was up on the counter who said, "Ma'am," that was a sign of respect. And at first I was insulted by it because nobody should be calling me ma'am. It should be miss because I'm young. And there it is, that balancing act. Now I realize that I'm no longer young, but I'm not old. I'm kind of in this ditch right now. Too young to be, that was something Kathy Bates said in Fried Green Tomatoes. I'm too old to be young and I'm too young to be old. And maybe we can take that in every phase of our life. That, you know, getting old is relative. When you were 30, people who were 20 said, "Oh my gosh, you know, you're over the hill." Well, as we get older, we reach those little pockets, those little ditches. And again, it's a balancing act. It's a balancing act. And I think it's important, you know, for us to embrace our age. Get excited about it. What is it that we've learned that we can now say, you know what, I've been over that bridge, I'm wiser, constantly learning, constantly learning. And that's the great thing about getting older, is you're like a sponge. You're just constantly taking it in and then sharing it, you know, getting out there and sharing it with other people. And I hope that's something you do. I hope if you're at a point in your life where you say, you know what, I've learned quite a bit. Well, guess what? You have a lot of people to share it with, because someone's going to listen and they're going to say, I think I mentioned in one of my other videos is that my father used to say to me, and he was right, the older I get, the smarter he gets. And that was absolutely true. Because as I got older, I didn't want to listen to him when I was young, but as I got older, suddenly my dad became a little wiser, you know, because he'd gone through that school of hard knocks. He'd had many years under his belt, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot. Anyway, that's about it for now. I don't know whether any of that made sense. I was just shooting off my hip, and hopefully there was something in there that you might take. Anyway, responses, questions, suggestions. If you hate this, just let me know, and I'll just, you know, I just thought it would be interesting to have this kind of series. And it may hit, it may miss. But anyway, thought I would do it for a few and see how it went. Anyway, take care, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. I love you all, and I'm so glad that you're a part of my life. And we'll check in next time. Bye-bye.